Hello everyone, welcome back to Jiffy Learning. We are back again with the first video in the series CBSE Grade 10th English Explanation, and here comes the first chapter of First Flight, and the chapter is A Letter to God. The chapter talks about immense faith in God. It has a very positive approach towards life, and the video will contain the chapter overview, summary of the chapter in a nutshell, and the points to remember, also the character sketch of some of the main characters of the story. So let's begin the video. Talking about the chapter overview, the story recounts the hard life and extreme faith in God of a poor farmer, Lencho, who has lost his crop due to heavy rain and hailstones. It was the only source of income to fulfill his family's desires. He firmly believes that God will help him in such a situation and would not let him and his family die due to hunger. He writes a letter to God to seek help. Some kind employees of the post office helped him. So, the story tells us to have faith in God and never lose hope even in adverse situations. Talking about the main characters of the story, so here is the farmer Lencho. He is a poor farmer who lives on the crest of a low hill with his family. He was a firm believer of God. He is innocent, hopeful, caring, and responsible. Now, talking about the postmaster, who has played a very important role in the story. He is a fat, amiable fellow who helped Lencho to retain his faith in God. He gave a part of his salary in the charity for Lencho on behalf of God. Then comes some of the post office employees. So they are the people who helped Lencho on Postmaster's call. They laughed at Lencho when they saw the letter, but helped him in his need. Lencho called them a bunch of crooks. Moving forward, the story begins with a brief description about Lencho. Lencho was a farmer who lived on the crest of a low hill with his family. His was the only house in the entire valley. His field was full of ripe corn and easily visible from the house. He was eagerly waiting for a good rain to have a good harvest so he could earn money for his family. Let's see what happens next. Lencho's hope turns into despair. As Lencho hoped, it started raining at the time of supper, which gave Lencho a ray of hope. He was extremely happy to see that. He compared the raindrops as silver coins, which shows his joy. But soon his joy turned into despair as the rain changed into hailstones, which ruined the crops. The field had been covered with snow-like layer of white salt. Lencho was worried for his family and their survival. Let's see what's going to happen next. Let's talk about Lencho's firm belief in God. Though Lencho was a poor farmer and had lost all his crops, he had firm faith in God. He found in God his last hope and decided to write a letter to God for help. He asked God to send him 100 pesos so that he can sow his field again and support his family until the new crops were harvested. He also wrote that if God didn't help him, his family would die with hunger. Now comes the postmaster's reaction to Lencho's letter. After reading Lencho's letter to God, the postmaster laughed, but soon realized that Lencho had firm faith in God and his belief should not be shaken. So, he decided to help Lencho with the help of his post office employees. He collected 70 pesos and handed the envelope to Lencho, in which he also contributed a part of his salary. But what happens next? Lencho gets angry at receiving less money. Why is that so? Lencho became angry when he saw 70 pesos in the envelope, as he demanded 100 pesos. He did not believe that God could do so and send less money. So he decided to write a letter again for the rest of money. This time he requested God not to send the rest of the money through the letter because he thought that the post office employees were a bunch of crooks. So they might have stolen his money. Now let's see the chapter highlights. Lencho's hope of good rain to have a good crops, a good harvest. It rains, but the rain soon changes into hailstones. As a result, the entire crops are destroyed. Lencho has firm faith in God. Lencho writes a letter to God for help. Lencho asks God to send him 100 pesos. Postmaster and other employees laugh at Lencho's letter to God. Postmaster decides to help Lencho in his problem. Postmaster wants every employee to help in this noble deed. Postmaster collects 70 pesos and gives the envelope to Lencho himself. Lencho gets angry after getting 70 pesos as he has asked for 100 pesos. Lencho calls the employees of the post office a bunch of crooks as he thinks that they have stolen the rest of the money. Lencho writes a letter again to God to send him rest of the money. Lencho has firm faith in the magnanimity of God, and God never betrays the trust of a believer. I hope you have liked the video. If yes, then do like and share and subscribe the channel if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the recent updates. एक आवश्यक सूचना, अगर आपको ये वीडियो हिंदी में देखना है तो उसका लिंक मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दिया है. Do check it out. Thank you for watching. Keep learning with Jiffy Learning.